Hi Aries, welcome to your 27th to the 4th of December 2023. So if you want to book in a reading, there is seasonal readings now on deal. I do face to face, there's lots of different options, but there is a lot of half price sales just because it is getting up to Christmas and we've got December. You can also book your friends and family a reading, okay? So check it out in the I dot or below, like the video and comment, it helps the algorithm. Okay, so let's take a look and see what's coming up in your energy. Okay, what is coming up for Aries? The 27th to the 4th, Five of Wands. So Five of Wands can be a lot of competition, but it doesn't always have to be bad. But I do think for some Aries men, the woman you want to be with, she might have a lot of options, okay? For the Aries man though, for the Aries woman though, you could have a lot of options, okay? But just be careful it doesn't get messy. But the Five of Wands can be great for a single woman who wants to date until she finds the man that really fits with her. There's nothing wrong with dating multiple people as long as you're transparent and people know that it's where it's at, right? But yeah, this is for the single Aries woman. There could be a lot of men who find you attractive, they want your attention, but the Five of Wands can be for boys and just kind of men of drama, so be careful with that, okay? But if you're single and you're ready to mingle, okay, what are we seeing for Aries the week of the 27th to the 4th? Ten of Cups. Okay, I feel like someone could have a sex addiction though, because the Ten of Cups with the Five of Wands can be someone, or this can be a lot of people who've got the opinion of a relationship or a marriage. This could be local, so this could be people who are unknown, where your friends and family are having an opinion on your marriage or your relationship. But if you're in the public eye, I feel like this can be the collective having an opinion on your relationship, you know. Remember, a relationship is two people, okay? And people are going to say what they're going to say and they're going to have an opinion, but ultimately it comes down to if you love your person, if they love you, it's no one else's business. Let the janglers jangle. Jingle jingle all the way. What is it? I was just going to say go the fuck away. Jingle jingle all the way, go the fuck away. Okay? Listen, Karen, focus on your own dickless marriage. Stop worrying about me, okay? I'm going to be over here doing me. You keep getting no dick, okay? While you talk about me and my man who, you know, do it on the regular. You get what I'm saying, Aries? I said what I said. I'm trying not to be dramatic, but it's sad season, so it's extra hard, okay? But seriously, I feel like there is people who, they've got no right, but they're going to do it anyway. Because you've got two people in this world, people living and people existing. And people who exist talk about everybody, okay? So my advice to you is do you and keep your partnership strong, okay? I feel like for the Aries woman, you might be married though, and there might be kind of like, if you're the one who's not getting sex in your marriage, like your eye might be going all over the place, you know, so that could be the case here. But that's a bit different, right? So it's like if you're in a marriage and the man is never touching you and he's not loving on you and he's just not being a husband, I'm not saying you should cheat, but I think it's natural to, I'm Katy Perry there, but I think it's natural to start to look at men. You know, if you're not getting your physical needs met, then, and that's what your husband's job is, same as a wife's job is the same, well, shit's going to go down, right? So, Four of Cups. Someone is discontent, love is coming in, but do you want it? For the Aries man, I think you've got multiple options. You've even got the chance for happiness, but you're kind of sitting there, kind of pouting. I feel like for the Aries man or woman, some of you, you're stuck in a rut. Or maybe it's a case of you've got a lot of options, but it's not the one you want. Maybe the one you want is married already. So Leo got the same thing, like stop pursuing what you know is going to cause you pain, right? Stop pursuing things that don't want you back. Stop pursuing fantasies, because often if we're pursuing something that doesn't want us, it's the idea of the thing or the idea of the person, it's not the reality. So it's like that person who you see and you think they're perfect, but if you were actually married to them, you'd see the reality. You know? It's fucking bullshit, right? Like, but I would say this week for Aries, like, you've got the opportunity to be happy. Some of you are using work as an excuse. I feel like for the Aries man, there was a woman who wanted to build a life with you with the Ten of Cups. Like, this woman, like, really saw you as good potential, but she's given up. I feel like this is a goddess. I feel like this is a woman who just, like, she doesn't need to be out here with her tongue out begging you. No offence. And she's got a lot of attention, and I think she's waited and waited and waited, but I feel like she's just done. Because you've been using money and work and all of this as an excuse. So, you know, complacency can catch us out. We can lose a lot in our life. I've seen 555, so you need to check the meaning of 555. It's an angel meaning, so check the meaning of 555. Obviously, if you want to book a personal, I'll be able to, or a face-to-face, I'll be able to really look at your situation. But in general, like, some of you are being complacent, you're being snobby, you're playing games. This can be a turn off, you know, people are like, okay, great, you're beautiful, okay, you're talented, but you're kind of also a dickhead, you know? So, I feel like for the Aries woman, we are gangster women, like Gemini women, Aries women, we do like that kind of pantomime, but you got to know when to take all your makeup off and just be raw with a man and just real and just stop acting. He doesn't care about all that. Like, you know, when you dress up and you look beautiful, he likes it, right? It's beautiful. But I think a lot of men like a woman they can cuddle and they can laugh with and they can have sex uninhibited with, you know, and just like, it's more us, we like all this, right? Maybe you're having problems in your marriage, but you're not realising where you're walking around wearing iron boots. You know, men do it, you know, where they're constantly flexing and you're like, alright mate, fucking hell. Turn it in, alright, we've seen it. I'm not trying to be mean, but I think it's just a human thing and I think it comes from fear. You know, I do too, you know, well, we all do it, right? But I'm saying, but we also like to look like this. So if a man's got a problem with us standing in our goddess power, well, it's not our man either. You know, I remember Muhammad, right, he was an Aries and it was kind of like, I never had makeup on with him because men don't tend to really like a lot of makeup on women, but Middle Eastern men do not like that, right? And I remember New Year's Eve, like I just wanted to dress up, I'd been looking quite rough for a while, I'd been with him, you know, and he's like, oh, you don't have to dress up, and I was like, yeah, I do. And he looked at me like, and I said, you know, it's New Year's Eve, I want to look pretty, it's not for you, it's not for nobody else, it's for me. And he just shut up. And I went in and I put this beautiful beaded dress on, because that was the intention, that's why I took it to Spain. I put this beautiful beaded dress on, I had my hair all pretty, I had these little shoes on, and it was for me. You know? So what I'm saying is, don't let men make you dowdy. Women like this stuff, and that's okay, right? But there is times where you're with your man and he just wants to see the rawest and purest version. He doesn't care what job you do or if you're in fashion or how much money you make. He doesn't care. You know? So just a little bit of kind of balance, I think, for the Aries woman, because I think this is what's pushing men away from you. The constant need to be perfect, the constant need to act out through an image, right? So that's a message for someone watching this. Okay, what else are we seeing for Aries this week, please? Ooh, the Empress with the Empress. So some Aries women you might be getting with a Gemini man because he got this. And for the Aries man you might be getting with a Gemini woman. But in general, this is meeting your divine counterpart. Okay. I feel like some of you have already met your person, but this person's in a different place. Or right now there's a reason why you can't be together. Maybe this person is married, or maybe you're married, but you're being told to do things in the right way. So don't go doing any kind of snaking or cheating. Like, do things in the right way. Go through the divorce. Do things in the right way. Okay? Some of you, it's a relationship or a marriage that will improve if you improve. Okay? See the way the Emperor's grumpy? Okay, so this might already be your husband or your partner, but again, are you giving him attention? See the way she's looking away from him, where this is her looking towards him, and then he's glancing over towards her, but the way this is coming up is that she's just not, maybe she's prioritising the family too much, maybe she's in the community too much, maybe she's out too much. I feel like the message here is prioritising your partner. I feel like for some of you Aries women, love is not coming in because you're living out through the Queen of Wands, so it's all beauty queen and you've got all these men around you, and it's just kind of, I feel like you need to get clear about what you want, and you need to be your best goddess version, but you also need to know that when you take all that shit off, the man who falls in love with that is the real one, right? The one who falls in love with the purest form of you, right? And there's plenty of men who love when a woman looks stunning and beautiful, and as he should, and I like when men put themselves together good, and, you know, I hate dowdy men, they're annoying. You know? Like not on a day-to-day, but I'm saying, like, if he's constantly a scruff, I'm like, please, like, you know, I like men who are, like, fashionable and stylish, but if they're too fashionable, in other words, all that counts is what they wear, they're just intolerable. So it's balance, right? It's the right time, the right place, the right circumstances, you know? So some of you, marriage-wise and relationship-wise, this is very powerful. I'm also getting a power couple here as well. Sorry. I'm also getting a power couple here as well. So for the Aries who are serious about improving the relationship or the marriage, for the Aries women or men who are serious about getting a lasting relationship, it's coming. But you got to get serious. Most people are like, I'm unlucky in love. No, you're not unlucky in love. You're not ready for love. That's the facts. Okay? You meet an unhealed part of yourself. You are using people, exploiting them. They're using and exploiting you. That's what we live in. We live in a generation of attention. People who are fucking messy as fuck. They've got no clue what they're doing. They're in lust and desire, not actual love. That's why when you get into a marriage, you know, I met this couple in Spain, and the man would always be saying to me, you know, love is hard, marriages are hard, marriages are hard. And I said, yeah, so is being single at 35. You've got kids, you've got a wife who loves you, you've got someone who's got your back in this world. You've got something to fight for. Yeah, marriage is hard. So is being single, love. You know? So the point I'm making is, I feel like there's something with the Aries. I do think some of you kind of need to go to a sex coach or go to a dating coach or like talk to someone. Just, you know, sometimes as a couple there's just too much there, and you just need a third party to, like, you know, fix it for you, like make you understand each other better. But for the single Aries women, are you ready? You know, so some of you keep manifesting in these men, the Five of Wands men, yeah? These are like fuckboys, these are kind of petty, like young, youthful, competitive, it's all about the conquest. But if you keep manifesting these in, are you doing the work on your divine self to bring in a higher counterpart? Probably not. The universe doesn't lie. God doesn't lie. Most of us are fake. I like what Andrew Tate said, where he was like, you know, you just put something together and you put it off cuff together, and you kind of blagging it. And that's what people do, right? They work on the image, they work on the butt, they work on everything. Yeah, they get the Botox, right? But what they forget to work on is the soul, the character, human communication, you know, understanding your divine masculine, understanding your divine feminine. And they're like, I've done all this work. It's like, yeah, on yourself, you know, externally, you know. And some of you have done the work, you're going to come back and get mad about that and be like, fuck you, I've done all the work. Okay, so maybe your problem is you're reaching out to people who haven't done the work. You know, so it's about being with a person who's on your level. So for the Aries women who feel like they've really done the work, maybe your problem is you keep manifesting in these 5 of Wands because I just can't see you manifesting in the 5 of Wands if you're in the Empress, you know. Because the Empress would not entertain fuckboys or men who were undeveloped or not highly elevated or serious. She just wouldn't do it. So I think for some of you Aries women, you're in a Queen of Wands energy. You've got too many suitors, that you know, there's too much, you're sending conflicting energy out to the universe. I think you need to be clear in your intentions, clear in yourself about what you want. 6 of Wands. Someone's in the ego, someone loves the attention. Okay? And so you're being pursued by many people, but it's not in quality. So if that's not what you want, what we're saying is it's time to like reject this and move into your Empress and move into your authenticity and be natural and authentic. And that's where you'll bring in your true divine masculine. But I feel like for those who are single, for those who've done the work, it's coming. It's 6 of Wands. It could be between now and New Year. But the 6 of Wands is putting yourself out there. It's dating people. It's you know, just going with the flow. The Empress is someone who goes to a party or she goes to a club and she's there, but she's not overdoing it. But if men approach her, if people approach her, she's open, you know. She's not that girl at the club in the tiny little dress trying to get the attention of every man in the room. We've all been that girl in the room, but I'm saying she's not that girl, right? She's the girl who's kind of like, you know, she's there, she's open, but she's, you know, not for sale, you know. The world, okay? And again, I'm going to be honest with some of you this week. I do think that either a marriage or a relationship is going to be worked on, the two people together, or it's coming to an end. I feel like someone's putting the foot down and it could be you. 6 of Wands is a person who's leaving. So it could be that you feel like you break your back for this Emperor, but he's constantly grumpy, he's constantly complacent, and you're like, no. This can be a man you're married to who's an absolute fucking bore. The guy don't get off the couch. You know? He married you and since then he's done nothing to keep you, he does nothing to make you feel desired and loved and all of that, and it's like, no. So I do think for some of you Aries women who are married, it's like you really put your foot down and you're like, either this changes or I want a divorce. And that's right. You didn't get into a marriage to feel alone. You didn't get in a marriage for your man not to make you feel desired. Same as a man should have that with his wife. This is not like a woman thing. Like men are in marriages where the wife just never does nothing. You know, when these women come to me, I'm like, do you dress up in sexy lingerie? They're like, no. I'm like, why? They're like, I wish he still touched me. And I'm like, what you wearing? They're like, t-shirts and baggy pants. I'm like, maybe change it up and wear some sexy lingerie when he comes in from work, and you know, maybe that'll get his dick hard. It's just a thought, it's just an idea. It's not my fault. It's Sag season. I'm trying to be good, but it's hard. Okay, but seriously though, Aries, like, you're funny, vibrant women, right? You're made for a certain kind of man, and if the guy around you can't handle it, go, yeah. And don't feel guilty. We know when we're being bad bitches, we know when we're being whores, we know when we're acting out, but we know when it's the right thing, right? In other words, it's coming from neglect, it's coming from you're actually in the right, you know? So this guy's getting mad because he's not providing what these men can see. Who's wrong? Okay? So, no complacency. But some of you, I think you love the person you're with and you want to work this marriage out. So again, I think you're going to start to do this deeper work on yourself. You're going to start to understand where you're kind of getting it wrong with your partner. And you're going to start really doing the work. And investing, and I feel like this makes the marriage super strong. But be careful about who you ask for advice, because if you ask the wrong people, they can cause more damage. You need to get around the right people, because people who are professionals, people who know what they're talking about, people who are not going to make biased opinions, right? I feel like some of you want to fight for your marriage, and you're definitely called the Emperor, the Empress, the Ten of Cups. I mean, it's powerful. For some Aries men, I feel like you're losing the opportunity for great happiness, because you're coming up as pouty, you're coming up as sulky, you're coming up as, so I feel like this person's going to move on with someone else, because they're just tired of waiting for you. So someone is definitely moving on. It could be you, could be them. But some of you, it's a breakthrough. So this is where someone realises actually the grass isn't greener on the other side. This is my person. We've just got issues that we need to work through. And then the two of you come together and you just get on the same team, and it actually works out beautifully. And I also get as well a family becoming closer. And I do think Christmas and New Year are good for that, because like you're out there and you kind of, so you get to get closer. This is the time to do it. Maybe this is friends and family and people you've kind of been at a distance from, and you miss them, and it's kind of like, I miss my people, I miss my sister, I miss me mum, I miss me dad, and you just kind of realise you've been wrapped up in you, because Aries can be very, very self-absorbed people. I'm not being mean when I say that. They can be awesome, but they can be self-absorbed, as can everybody. But I think with Aries, because you's real Mars, you's real fire, you can be so driven and so wrapped up, you can kind of forget. But the Christmas season and the disconnect and the kind of distance between you and another individual, you're craving that person. Because I feel like for Aries, you love the pompous, you love the glamour, but I think you love those people who truly support you and just, you can be yourself with. Because Aries are very successful people, yeah. They can be famous people, they can be CEOs, they can be very successful people. But you're craving those people who just love you, So, this is where the reading went. For those who are single, if you get out there, if you make good choices, okay, stop brooding that you keep bringing in fuckboys. If you keep bringing in fuckboys, you've got more work to do on your higher self. Okay, the law of physics does not lie, God does not lie, the divine does not lie. If you keep bringing in these type of suitors, it's you. There's something in you that you are sending out there. It could be fear, it could be blocked energy. Check out the chakra reading, it's amazing. It's brand new. But that's what I'm getting. Like, comment, really important. You can support the readings in the link below. You can book a reading, you can buy a reading for your friends and family. Have a beautiful week, and I'll speak to you soon.